My dad is great at bargaining on prices. You should see him at a garage sale. That's how I got this lamp. But that skill must skip a generation because me, not so much. Don't take me to a car dealership unless your plan is to pay full price for the Honda Civic. So I understand why the concept of going into a funeral home and haggling on prices is deeply unappealing to most people. First of all, after a loss, grief brain is a real thing.
When we're grieving a profound loss, we often say we're heartbroken, but it might be more accurate to call it brain broken, given the role the brain plays in grief.
You may be foggy, anxious, or out of it, so when the funeral director slides the $10,000 bill across the desk, you might not have the wherewithal or strength to do anything other than accept it. But many of us aren't in a financial place where that weary acceptance is even close to possible. In the United States, 1/3 of middle-class families, those are families with incomes between $40,000 and $85,000, could not immediately come up with $400 to pay an unexpected expense, let alone $10,000 for a funeral. You could try online fundraising sites like GoFundMe, but when you click onto their memorials section, you only see the successful, trending fundraisers, which are all, let's be honest, charismatic young people who died horrible deaths and raised $25,000. I have to mention this because that's not the reality for most deaths and funerals. By the way, all funerals should be free. No one should have to crowdfund. I have a lot to say about that. It's another video for another time. Today, in as simple and clear terms as possible, let's talk about what you can do to save money on funerals, without, by the way, sacrificing any quality or dignity. Step 1. You have to call around to different funeral homes in your area. Listen, I don't want to talk on the phone either. I'm a millennial. Phone calls are a violent act. I'm kidding. Am I? I wish you could just text your local funeral homes, like, hey, let me know your prices, Kay. Money with wings emoji, but that's not how it works. If you're too upset or overwhelmed, again, grief brain, perhaps there's a trusted friend who can make these calls for you. People are always looking for ways to help after a death. Give them an assignment. Go on Google or wherever you get your business listings and get a list of at least 5 and make the calls. Ask frankly for pricing for the service you want. Okay, so what is the cost for the direct cremation? Okay, and is that, okay, so that's all inclusive? Okay, all right, that's helpful. Here's why this is important. It turns out you can save thousands of dollars by making these phone calls. NPR did an investigation of funeral home pricing over many months and found a confusing, unhelpful system that seems designed to be impenetrable by average consumers. Yes, NPR, welcome to the funeral industry. Hi, hello. But they found the same thing I just told you. Call a couple of different places, and there is likely to be a thousands of dollars difference in the same service. Remember, sometimes cheaper is just cheaper. It doesn't mean you're sacrificing quality. Step 2. Before making those calls, and especially before meeting with anyone at a funeral home, you have to know what you want and what you don't want. One of the women profiled in the NPR piece ended up getting a cremation package because she claims the funeral home didn't really show her anything else. That package included things like $495 stationery and a $345 internet memorial. Now, if your family wants that $495 stationery, can't get enough of that photo of mom on buttery eggshell textured paper, great investment if it brings you comfort, I mean it. But that nice lady didn't want it, and I'm gonna guess a lot of you don't want it either. Your family may have other priorities. You just need to be clear about what they are before doing any negotiations or planning with a funeral home. I know what you're thinking. I wish I knew what my mom wants. She won't talk to me about it. One tip here is to use emotion as well as logic. Something like, Mom, I'm terrified that you're gonna die and I'm gonna have no idea what you want. That I'm gonna end up confused, grieving, and spending too much because of it. I know that you love me and you don't want that for me. Is this a conversation we could have? Step 3. Consider the home. Now, the home works as a money-saving tip both pre- and post-cremation, but not post-burial. You can't bury mom under the bed. Like that X-Files episode. No, it was much scarier than that. Big announcement. As of December, more people are dying at home than at the hospital. This is huge. This is the first time this has been true, at least in the US, since the early 20th century. Not the early 21st century, the early 20th century. If mom dies at home, you can have the funeral right there at home too. Have a funeral like we used to, in lieu of sending mom to a funeral home for a viewing, which may cost you thousands of dollars for embalming, a casket, a funeral director, and a viewing room. Have close friends and family come see her in her own home. After the cremation takes place, the memorial can also take place at home. What did mom like? Community theater? John Bon Jovi? MMA fighting? You can have a themed memorial right in your own home, with the only cost being food and mom's favorite flavor of White Claw. I hope this gets you thinking about all this in advance. Thanks to the NBC financial site Grow that asked me to write about this in the first place. If a shorter written version of what I just said is easier to pass around and share with family, I'll link that below as well. This video was made with generous donations from death enthusiasts just like you. Step 1, Step 2, Step 3. Step 1, Step 2, Step 3. Welcome to the funeral industry. Hi, hello. Step 2. All funerals should be free. Step 2. Consider the home. Step 2.
Save that money.
Step 1. Step 2. Welcome to the funeral industry.
Save that money.
Hi, hello. All funerals should be
Save
free.
that money.
Consider the home.
Save that money.
Step 2. Step 3.
Save that money.